All right. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday evening. It is the Team Butterfly Effect all hands call. And and tonight is February 2nd. Where it's the very first Tuesday of the month. We are literally it's it's the second, guys. So everybody has a fresh start on the first in regards to everything, right? It's not just this business, but a lot of people start new programs on the first of the month. A lot of people, they set new intentions and so on. So it's the beginning of the month. So it's a great time for us to touch base. All of the sales, FYI, from last month have been extended. So we have the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme for 140, and we also have size that's on sale. So size kickstarts on sale. So go to the Team Butterfly Effect page. I posted, I think, a picture on Sunday that had some stuff that Amanda had shared that I went ahead and shared on that had all the sales down. So if you're curious about that, you can go and check that out. So what we're doing to move forward tonight, guys, we'll see how much we all get covered because you know how I like to talk. So we are moving forward with some new systems, and I'm really excited about that. But let me preface that by I know I've been sharing, I've been doing lots of personal development over the past 6 months. And in listening to a Brendan Burchard leadership, I think I posted it in the team page just the other day. I had an aha moment. I think it was Sunday. And I've I've always struggled with my self-esteem when it comes to being a leader, and I've never really felt understood why until I listened to that Brendan episode, because I'm like, I've always been in leadership roles ever since high school, leadership academy, and all those things because of the charismatic personality. But Brendan breaks it down into all the different qualities of a leader, and one is empowerment. And I realized that that's literally been my missing link in regards to empowering you all and in this team has been the systems. And I know I feel like I've been working hard over that for the past couple years, but it's all about honing the skills, because it's like, you can be crazy passionate and you can be a really hard worker and you can be that personality type that's just going to go and go and go and jump and build your wings on the way down. I'm that personality type, but you know what? Not everybody is. And there's a lot of people who need a step by step by step system in order to not only feel successful, but to be able to take that first step in the first place. And um, and so therefore, I believe empowering people with systems from the beginning of coaching is going to encourage them to start coaching earlier. Because what I have found to be true in the culture of this organization is that a lot of times people, like, they become a coach and they see really a lot of success with their own journey, and about 6 months to a year later decide, you know what, I finally know enough to start coaching, and then they step up, which is great. But I often ask myself, how many coaches have I lost that would have been really great had we just said, here's the plan? So today we're moving forward with the plan. And in regards to getting your new coaches technically started right in that first call and so on, we're not covering that today. What we're covering is going to be the monthly team calendar. I literally developed this in order to have us prepared for the Team Cup, and I'm using that to drive the Team Cup. But I want you to know that although it's something that we're using within the Team Cup, I have full intention of using this the entire year, like all the time. This is going to be an ongoing system that hopefully, though, after this first month, where right now it's the Team Cup, starting next month, we will literally we'll always be putting new working coaches in there, but people are going to have to opt in every month. It's not going to be something that people just get, we just put them in this group and they hang out in there. They have to be actively working or being a new coach to stay in there so we can all hold each other accountable. So, what are you talking about? What is this system in the first place? So let's look at the calendar. So I'm going to share my screen. And if you're a part of the Worker Bees group, which I believe everyone in here is right now, but we're just going to go over this a little bit more in detail. So that's not what I was looking for. This is. Eric, I can see your face. Can you see the calendar? Okay, great. Let me take a quick drink before we start. So as you can see, this is all laid out for the Team Cup. I will have a new calendar for us next month. Fingers crossed, guys. I'm so freaking proud of myself for this thing right here. Like, this is the very first PowerPoint slide I've ever made in my entire life, okay? Like, Jacob's made everything for me in the past. This took me 2 freaking hours. So hopefully this won't happen again. This is why you can see I haven't taken the time to develop the systems in the first place. It's very painstaking to get it going, but that's what having a leader's for, right? To be able to do those painstaking things at first. So within the Team Cup, we're making it a goal to try to help 5 people to earn the two-tier prizes. And I know if you're a newer coach, or even if you're a coach who hasn't been hitting Success Club like 5 consistently, and you're like, you want me to hit SC10? You want me to help 5 people when I've been struggling to help 3? What the what? I mean, what are you talking about, Aubrey? My philosophy, guys, is shoot for the moon and you might land on the stars, or shoot for the stars and you might land on the moon. There it is. Shoot for the stars and you might land on the moon. So the goal is 10. It would be amazing if we all hit 10 and helped 5 people, because imagine how many people we're all helping together at that point in time. However, if you shoot for 10, or if you shoot for 5 people and you only get 3, well, you hit SC5. So there you go. You know, some of you, that might be the very first time. So, and as I say this, guys, I need for you to know, as we're working on this calendar, I'm very much aware that I am a work in progress. The system is a work in progress. And just like, you know, a jet or a jet is like going towards its destination. It's really only going towards its destination a small percentage of the time. Other times it's always course correcting. So if we find that, you know what, Aubrey, it was really great to start with the new coach training, but we wish we would have had the sneak peek a different week, please know that just because I'm your leader does not mean that I am not completely open towards your suggestions. Actually, I want you to know that I honor and value you guys' input. So if you're like, Aubrey, this isn't working, I'm going to respect you more if you speak up to me and you put in your 2 cents than if you just like blindly follow the pack, right? So the goal, so starting on Monday, we started our quote unquote new coach training, and technically that we're putting that into part of the Worker Bees group, and technically that is not technically there aren't any new coaches in there right now, but I'm wanting to share that, because the point is, guys, as I think when we start our people in that our self-paced coach training, I think that's wonderful, but I think that should be encouraged for people to do after, first and foremost, they have gone through the 5-day quick start. The idea is, first and foremost, with the 5-day new coach quick start, is to actually get them focused on Success Club from the get-go. Because I think when we overwhelm people with all the details, what happens? We get like deer in a headlights, frozen, and we don't do anything. So if we can do nothing but get people empowered to start inviting people to something, then how cool would it be? I mean, I don't know if anybody on this call ever has, but how cool would it be to like be like, okay, I'm going to sign up as a coach and I want to work, and then make Success Club your very first month? Like, how freaking cool would that be? So I would love to give people the opportunity to do that. So during our 5-day New Coach Quick Start, we introduce them to Success Club. And in the means of doing that, we have them build their list, the list of people. We have them make their coming out post as a new coach during that. And then get them starting inviting. Now, just as far as feedback is concerned, and this is something that we can touch on later, if you think having a new coach quick start and the clean eating the next week simultaneously is too fast, that's something we can always move, but this is where we're starting with. So as you can see, we started yesterday on the 2nd of the month is right now where we are, Team B all hands call, and I'm offering up starting tomorrow from 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time a Zoom power hour, collective power hour. Now, I know if you have a job and you work during the day, that's not a possibility for you, but I'm sorry, I just wasn't willing to give up another night of my week right now because I teach 2 nights a week. So being booked 3 nights a week is enough for me right now. So I'm doing that in essence. I seem to have a lot of newer local coaches, so that's an opportunity to serve them in that regard. But please know that anybody within the organization or anyone within the downline can log in for that. I will post that within the Worker Bees group, so you can find where that is. So if you're not local and you can't plug into that call, but maybe you have a team member who's a stay-at-home mom or someone who can, please share this information with them, even if they're not on a Team Cup. Okay, all of this stuff, guys, is even available for people if they are not on a Team Cup. So please share that with your people. So I've broken it down into weekly goals. So as you can see, I have SC2 on Friday, SC, which is just one person, helping one person by Friday, Success Club 4 by Thursday, 15. As you can see how I've broken it down. Basically, it's like helping one person a week, maybe 2 in 1 week, right? So maybe 2 second week. It's doable. It's doable. It may seem overwhelming, but it's doable. Helping one person a week. Okay, so starting on the 2nd Monday of every month, it is my intention that us as an organization will start a free clean eating group. Now, I'm completely aware that many of us do this different. And my best suggestion is I have a free clean eating that I follow. I know Heather does something. I know Ann does something a little bit different. I know Jill Uptosky has been doing a crock pack challenge lately, and that's a little bit different. So my best suggestion is, guys, is right now, I will eventually switch mine up. I will eventually. But I'm working so diligent on all these systems, like now is not the time for me to switch up my clean eating group. However, I know Heather and Jill and Ann have the biggest hearts and want the best for this organization. So I feel like I can speak for them and say that if you're really wanting to try something new, maybe you've been in my clean eating groups before and you'd like to see how somebody else does it, I would say reach out to one of the other VIPs, reach out to one of the other leaders, specifically Heather, Ann, and Jill Uptosky, so you can see what they do. And so because you want to use the systems and the programs that are going to serve your people better. Absolutely. All of my free clean eating templates are all in the Team B Butterfly Effect files section. But I want you to know, if you've never participated in a free clean eating group, I suggest you do that first. So it's never fun to just like jump in as a coach before you actually even know what's going on. So I highly suggest you participate in one first to know what's going on. But let me stop right there as far as the free clean eating group. Guys, this group right here, the free and clean eating group, is how I drive my business. This right here, the free clean eating group, is how I drive my business. But here's the trick. I don't just make a post on my Facebook page and expect all the people to like come tumbling in and all of a sudden like Yes, yes, I'm interested. I'm interested based on a picture. Now that might have happened right when I started doing these, but because I've been doing these monthly for the past 2 or 3 years, like people, people take things for granted and so they don't always jump. But during this week, I wish I had my tracker in here with me so I could tell you how many invites I've sent out. I have sent out probably close to 50. I know at least 30 or 35 invites, personal messages to the free clean eating group. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy to ask someone to do something for free, right? And out of those 35 that I sent out, granted, I haven't checked my inbox enough today. I probably have a list of about 15 people who want to be in there, and that's just from what today is Tuesday. So I just started inviting to it yesterday. So I have that many people on the list. So the goal is to send out as many freaking invites during your first week of the month to um, to your free clean eating group. Now that said, as many as you can Monday through Thursday. Why? Nicole and I were talking about this past weekend because if you have people jump in like Friday and Saturday and who are late to the game, and you got to get them moving through the steps, because I require people to sign up for a free bot account so they can utilize that and try that and get their before pictures to me and so on. So if you have requirements to your free clean eating challenge, which I highly suggest you doing, it takes time. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend my entire weekend working. So in order to have yourself the best prepped for it, send as many freaking invites as you can out on Monday through Wednesday or Thursday. And here's the trick too. Copy and paste is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, I know I'm still on screen share, so I could share with you guys exactly my post of what I sent to people, my invite that I sent to people over this last little bit. Oh, Eric's thing was the first one that popped up here. So I sent, and I copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay. Here it goes, pulling it up. Curious, this is literally it right here. Curious, I'm offer a free clean eating virtual accountability group next week. I'm providing a shopping list, menu, recipes, and access to online workouts. It's a great way to test drive me as a coach and see if it's something you'd ultimately like to be involved with. We start on Monday. Would you like in? And that's it. And so then when people ask me for details, guys, I literally just say all the details are going to be listed in the group. I'm building the group tomorrow. I'll tag you when I have you in, and you can decide if you want to stay in or if you want to opt out at that point. So fill as many people with that clean eating group as you possibly can. Okay, starting next week, Tuesday night calls will only be for my VIPs. Why? Because really, except for just a handful of you, there aren't very many other people who are showing up for these calls live anyway. So I'd like an opportunity to get to talk about more leadership stuff. So what designates a VIP? If you're on this call right now, I know we have 2 people on this call who aren't in the VIP group right now. What designates a VIP? A VIP means that you are at least Emerald, you have 2 coaches underneath you, and that you are hitting Success Club regularly, or at least getting on the board. Even if you are not hitting Success Club, you're at least getting on the board. You're showing up as a leader, because it is my intention this year to show up for those who show up. So if you're showing up most regularly and doing your work, then I want to help you build, and I want to help you grow. So I want an opportunity to start talking more leadership stuff to the VIPs, and we'll start that next week. So if you want to be on that call, well, do your darndest to be an Emerald by next week, okay? By the end of the week. I mean, I know we have people literally on this call right now who are sitting at like 1 coach. You add 1 more, and then you can be on that call next week. As you can see, every Wednesday is the Power Hour. Now, starting the following week, we are going to make a go. You guys know I'm super close with Alicia Iannatoni. we are going to make a go with trying out her 3-day coach sneak peek. So starting next week, what do you need to do? Invite like a badass any coaches, any people that you think might be interested in coaching. So who do you invite to that? You invite all of your current discount coaches. Maybe they might be interested in stepping up as a coach. You invite all of your current customers. Maybe they might be interested in stepping up as a coach. And then literally what I do, guys, is I go through my newsfeed, I go through my friends list, and I literally ask myself just this question: who would I just love an excuse to spend more time with? Or who, when I see their stuff on my newsfeed, I'm drawn to it. Like I want to read their stuff because it's motivating to me. Who motivates me? And who would I be brave enough to ask? And so literally, guys, then you have two options that, we have a 3-day coach sneak peek that's virtual, or we actually have a webinar that you can attend live. Which one would be better for you? And I literally I would send out an invite to people like that. Hey, have you ever considered being a coach? And if they say, yes, I am interested in being a coach, then I would say, well, I have these two options for you to learn more information. Either we have a 3-day virtual sneak peek where we're just going to be posting some stuff for a couple days, or you can do a live call, which would be better for you, and then give them that information. In the future, guys, right now I have a webinar that I'm going to be facilitating, but eventually I would like it to be where my diamonds step up and start leading those calls eventually. That would be something that I would like to hand off to one of them in a cycling fashion, starting in about 6 months, or maybe even sooner if you feel up to it. Okay, so that's going to give everybody an opportunity to lead. And I'm going to share with you guys right now, do you know why I decided to do that? I did one of those before I was ever a coach. What convinced me to become a coach was one of those webinars, because I was able to call in and just like sit there and check out the vibe of the team and see what they had to say. And that's one of the things that sealed the deal for me. Okay, so, and I have on here, guys, starting on the 22nd of every month. So on the first and on the third, the first and the fourth Monday, starting a new accountability group. I considered doing it 15th, but that was just a lot happening all at one time. Why 2 accountability groups? How often have you sold a challenge pack to someone like the first week of the month, and then they didn't have a group to get into until like the end of the month? And by that point, they're not nearly as excited about as they were before. I want to help giving people an option to get going right at first. Okay, have people going from the get-go. And I'm going to have all these groups running myself, but I highly encourage you, if you have enough people to do it yourself, do it yourself. But if you need help, we'll definitely help you. And don't feel like you have to do this for your first time by yourself. Your coach or myself will help you. It's all about the phrase, I do, we do, you do. So it starts out by me doing it for you, and then we do it together, and then eventually you'll do it on your own. So, and that's really it. That's on the agenda. We'll have two different accountability groups starting during the month, a free clean eating week, and a new coach sneak peek. And again, if something you feel like, if you personally feel like we need to switch some stuff, that it's just not flowing or it's not working, or you feel like something about the invite process just isn't going in the manner you feel like it, please reach out to me. But I want to share with you guys what I've currently been doing. As I've been inviting to the business recently, I've been having lots of people tell me that they were interested in the business, but they're like, our coach sneak peek in that webinar isn't for another 2.5 weeks. So like, how do I keep that conversation going? Do I want to get them on there? Do I want to just close the deal? So what I've been doing is, they say, yeah, I'm interested. So then I've sent probably about 5 people who've told me in the past 24 hours that they were interested in being a coach. I've said to them, well, I have a 5-day free clean eating that's starting on Monday next week. How about we go ahead and enroll you in as a participant so you can see what it's like to be a challenger, so you can see if being a coach is something you really want to do. And I'm really excited about that, because I truly feel like say, for example, Heather Chanley, who's on this call right now, she is someone who specifically has gone through this entire system with me. Like, her first accountability group with me was a 5-day clean eating. Like, that was her first step. And then her next step was a challenge group. And then she stepped up as a coach like 2 months later. Okay. So my thing is I know the progression works. You just have to get people in. You have to get them to flow through it all. So it's my intention, get people in the free clean eating group, and then at the end of that group, plug them into the 3-day coach sneak peek the next week. Like, anybody who really is really great engaged, plug them into the 3-day coach sneak peek the next week. Have them go through that, and then like set up a call with them on Wednesday or Thursday to make a decision. Is it better for them to be a coach or customer? I think that's a really great idea. And so then you have, at that point, starting from Thursday, you have a week and a half, or preferably a couple days, to get them their program like picked out, get it ordered. They have the last week of the month to get it in, and then they start on that next challenge group on that following Monday, and then can decide if they want to start as a working coach right away or go through their program first for a month. So I really think it's going to flow really great, and I'm really excited about that. I know I said that we would play around with feel, felt, and found, but I've pushed us to the very, very end. So this is what we'll do. Next month, we will cover handling objections. And then the following month, we're going to start with back to the basics, all from the beginning. And I'm going to have some of my leaders within the organization starting to lead those calls. Okay, so I'm going to take us off stop share. And while I still have you on the phone, I'm going to take everybody off mute. And based on this calendar at this point in time, is there anything like right now, I mean, if you can catch it right now, is there anything you feel like needs to be shifted right away? Anybody?
No. I just posted, though, underneath on the Facebook thing on your post, like, what's the group right now called for a 21-day accountability?
New Year, New You. I just haven't changed the name of it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you can add somebody in there. Yeah, no problem. I'll change that in March. It won't be New Year anymore in March. It'll be a different name at that point. We'll figure that out. Maybe it'll be something about spring break. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anybody else?
Aubrey, have you posted, can you post what you sent out today on the clean eating? I kind of liked the wording that you used.
The invite that I said that I just shared, that I put in mine, that I sent out to people? Yeah.
Have you shared it at all, or can you share it?
I can share it. I'll go put it. You want me to put it in the Worker Bees group?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll post it. That's not a problem. That's exactly what I copy and paste to everyone. So yeah, I'll do that. That's not a problem. Anything else, guys, before we're done for the night?
So it's not totally related, but I absolutely missed the new coach training that was on Monday, probably because my coach didn't join until Sunday super late, which is kind of fine. But so at this point, I need to plug her into I don't have the calendar in front of me. What's my next training opportunity for her? Is it the self?
She can either start the self-paced one, or is she actually wanting to work, Brett?
Yeah.
She is. Okay. Well, you can do one of two things. I can either literally send you all of the posts that I'm making, and you
Mhm.
can start to send them to her via PM right away. Because I would probably have her get that information before the self-paced, because the self-paced is just overwhelming and daunting. So you
Okay.
can either do that, or you can. So either let me know if you want me to message them to you, so you can message them to her, or see if she just wants to go through her program one time and then start with a new group of new coaches on the 1st of the next month. That's between you and the two of you.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want you to slow her down. So if she's ready to get started, I'll send you the doc,
Yeah.
and you can.
You know, I mean, it may be nice to send to her. Like, she's been sick for a couple days, and so, you know, I don't want to lose the momentum from the Shake and Share, because we had 2 people that were like her friends that she works with. They're really interested, and I really want to be able to plug them into the 7-day group and get them onto at least the sampler and technology, so that they can get started for real in March. You know, so I don't know that I want to wait, but I'm kind of in that rock and a hard place where they're her customers. But I don't want her to lose them. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm kind of asking for you guys' advice on that.
What would you guys do if you were? What would you guys do if you were Brett? Anybody? Heather, Tara, any of you guys have any feedback of what you would do? And it's crickets. And it's
I would probably help somehow, but I'm not that busy yet.
I'm feeding her. I'm just feeding her kind of what she needs. But she's created you know, she's created an account. She signed up. She sent them the email today, but you know, she didn't know the little tricks of the trade, like how to you know, set it up and where it's pre-populated with what they've talked about ordering and that type of thing. So I don't know if sending her maybe just specific documents might be helpful. So if you want to go ahead and just send them to me, Aubrey, and I'll filter through it and just send her what I think is relevant pretty quickly.
Okay. And just so you know,
and then plug her into that. March.
Guys, when I share with you guys those documents that I'm creating right now, you're going to be like, what the heck is this? But we use the bulk scheduler. We use Buffer and I use the bulk scheduler. And so therefore, good night, Kristen. Go to bed, girlfriend. You can go to bed too if you want to, Eric. Oh, I'm literally almost done. The bulk scheduler with Buffer it follows a specific Excel format that Jacob is having me created in. So whenever you look at the Excel, it's like you don't just see text across lines. It's like every text is in a cell. Like every line is in a cell. It looks really fun. So I'll share it with you, but you might have to like copy and paste the entire cell over, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't make sense when I look at it, I'm sure.
It doesn't look like a doc. So to me, it looks crazy stupid and complicated, but it's
Okay.
a bulk loader. So anyway, anything else, guys? Nope. Okay. Have a fan-freaking-tastic night. And please remind your people, share it with them that if they want to do a virtual power hour with me tomorrow, I will be plugging in when we'll be available. Okay? Have a great night. Bye.
Thank you.